Welcome back to another episode of Fit and Future, a series of free online workout videos aimed to make you fitter, stronger, more balanced, and more mobile. My name's Hayden, I'm a physiotherapist, and I specialize in online content for those over the ages of 55. Here on the channel, we do workouts just like this, as well as educational videos too, in my attempt to provide free, evidence-based research for everyone to access. So, without further ado, let's dive straight into this workout. Today, we've got a 20-minute leg-based strength session. Now, because it's focusing on strength, we're gonna do each exercise at a time, and we're not doing it in a circuit today. Things we can do before we get started is we wanna make sure that our environment is nice and clean, and we haven't got too much clutter around. We don't need any equipment, which is amazing, except a chair and a water bottle, because it's gonna be quite challenging. So, we've got a quick warm up, followed by 4 of our main exercises, and we're gonna do a little cool down to finish off the session as well. The exercises we'll be completing. Number 1, our sit to stands. Number 2, our calf raises. Number 3 will be our lateral leg raise, and finishing off with our assisted supported lunge. So for each exercise, we'll have 40 seconds of hard work, followed by 20 seconds of rest. We're gonna do that 3 times, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. So let's get straight into the first warm up. I'm gonna start my timer, and we're gonna kick off with our marches to get started. So bringing our knees nice and high. Are you ready? And let's go. 1, 2, 3. So we want to aim just to get the blood flowing to our legs before we start getting into any of our main strength exercises. So we've got 40 seconds of work, and you've done the hardest part, which is clicking on the video. So now, because you've joined, you're already taking the right steps. 15 seconds to go. And I'm very interested, because I have done this workout a couple times before, I'm very interested to see how you guys find it as well. And rest. 20 seconds of rest, and we're gonna get on to our next warm-up exercise, which is our mini squats. So these ones is basically not our full squat. We go about 1/3 of the way down. So they're nice and shallow, alrighty? We're just warming up those main leg muscles. Let's go. Squatting down, 1. So the reason why we do all of the exercises together instead of doing it in a circuit is, especially for strength, it's a really good way of tracking our progress, but it's also a really good way of making sure that the muscle gets a really good burn and that the muscle gets a good workout, so that it's actually stimulating to the body that says, hey, we need to get stronger over here, which it can be quite difficult to do with circuit work. 2, 1, and relax. So our last warm-up exercise is going to just be a very gentle leg swing. So this can be when you bring your chair in, and we're going to just gently swing. We're going to do 20 seconds on each leg. All right? 2, 1, let's go. So that's why we're going to do 3 sets of 1 exercise before we move on. And if you need more rest as you go, don't worry too much. Feel free to add any extra rest if you need. And if any of the exercises appear a bit too challenging or too easy, changing legs, sorry, got a bit distracted, I'll basically provide a way to make it more challenging and a way to make it a bit easier as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. So for all of these exercises, try to keep a rough idea of how many reps you're completing. And so then when you complete the workout again, you can see if you're getting stronger, which hopefully you are, and we can see if you're progressing and you're able to achieve more reps in, or you're able to make it more challenging and do the same amount of reps. So we've got 30 seconds of just to relax before we now get into the first exercise. So Now, I'm gonna be honest, I had a half marathon 2 days ago, and I am very, very, very sore. So if you see me struggling, don't judge me, all right? Okay, 5 seconds. We're gonna start with our sit to stands. So, this is our first set. So, from our chair, we wanna make sure that our knees are about 90 degrees, shoulder width apart, let's relax. We're gonna lean forwards and you can push down through the chair, standing up nice and tall, squeezing those glutes at the top, right? We've finished that movement. All right, let's go. All the way up, squeezing at the top. That's good, that's 2, 3. 10 seconds to go on our first set. Now, we want to make sure that we're really trying to drive our heels down into the ground using those leg muscles and relax. So, what we can do as well, I'm just going to put my chair a bit more in the middle so you can see me a bit more clearly. To make it harder, you can actually take your hands off the side rails, place them on your lap, so you haven't got that support. And if you want to make it easier, you can pop a cushion on top of the chair so that you're not sitting as deep, all right? Let's go for it. 2. Let's try and make a really good effort in these working sets. We have got lots of rest, so we want to go hard during these working sets. And as I said, you've tuned in, which is the hardest part. So now, let's do a good job of it. 10 seconds to go. Try not to rush too much. Remember, take your time, and you're completing this at your own pace. And rest. 15 seconds, and we go for our last set. So we're gonna you get about 45 seconds rest between each main exercise. All right? 5, 4, 3. Let's finish this one strong. So I'm gonna go with my hands on the lap this time. Leaning forwards, standing up nice and tall. If balance is one of your concerns doing these exercises, you can always try to make sure that you've got a support in front of you, like a kitchen bench or a wall, or even another chair. Something that you can then put your hands on if you need to. But otherwise, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing well. Let's finish this. 10 seconds to go, guys. 5, 4, try and get one more. 3, 2, and time. All right, so we've got 20 seconds and then we get a 30-second break as well. So for the next 50 seconds, have a drink, catch your breath. It's a great chance to die nice and relaxed. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth as well. All right, so our next exercise is our calf raises. So for this one, we can spin the chair around. And what we want to do is we want to come up onto our toes, driving through our feet. So coming up through pushing down through our toes, bringing those heels up nice and high. Let's go for it. 40 seconds. Let's make sure we do these nice and well. Remember, we're not rushing. We're not rocking our body forwards and backwards either. Nice and controlled, up and back down. Now my chair's a little bit too low for me. I should have something around about this height to support for balance, but in this case, I've got the chair, all right? So we wanna try and get something about hip height and relax. Now, ways we can make this exercise easier is, again, we can increase how much support we're putting down through our hands. And if we wanna make it more challenging, you have the option of going no support at all, and even then turning it into a single leg exercise as well. And let's go, 40 seconds. Driving through the toes, giving those calves a good squeeze. 3. Good work. That's it, halfway. Keep going, you're doing awesome. Remember, it's super important that we keep our leg strength. We have our legs nice and strong, because they are usually one of the first muscle groups that get neglected and relax. And our legs take us everywhere. You know, that's what's gonna get us in and out of chairs. It's gonna get us out of bed in the morning. And it's also gonna be able to keep us walking, which we know is so important, especially as we get older. So it's super important that we keep these nice and strong. 3 seconds, 2, 1, last set. Finish this strong. 2, 3. And remember, trying to count how many reps you're able to achieve, so that next time if you do the workout, you can see how much you've improved. 19, 18, 15 seconds to go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, calf raise is done. So you're gonna get another little 30-second break after this before we move on to our next one, which is going to be our lateral leg raises, all right? So this is where we can have our chair in front and we're gonna swing our leg out to the side. I knew I'd get out of breath doing this. I had a half marathon on Saturday. Today is Monday, so 2 days ago. And my hips and knees, gosh, they're so sore. So quite a gentle, low impact exercise workout like this one is exactly what I need. So let's get into it. So we're gonna go 20 seconds each leg. So bringing that out to the side. We don't want to bend our body over too much. We want to try and keep our posture nice and tall. Bring that out to the side and change legs. I'm going to spin this around so you guys can see it a bit clearly. Trying to make sure we're breathing throughout, not holding our breath. And time. So, ways we can make this one harder is, I'm so out of breath. We can always add ankle weights if you have any around. And alternatives is you can make it a bit easier by reducing how far we swing that leg out as well. So again, 20 seconds on the right side before we change. But obviously I understand that ankle weights aren't accessible to everyone. So then you have to get quite creative with maybe trying to wear your heaviest pair of shoes. 20 seconds. Trying to keep that body up nice and tall. 8 seconds. Keep going, guys. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So now in the workout, if you're anything like me, you're probably starting to feel it quite catching up to you. And so, well, we're not done yet. And so now is when we want to really try and focus on making sure that we're doing the correct technique and we don't get too sloppy with it. So posture up, keeping the leg coming straight out to the side. We don't want it coming too far out in front because we're going to use the wrong muscles. We want to try and really work through our glutes. Good, and change legs. 1, 2, 3, 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. Okay, now for the most challenging exercise, we have our assisted lunges, which is coming up next after this rest. For this one though, we want to make sure that we get the setup correct. So we can have our chair off to the side. I find that that works the best. And what we want to do is we want to lunge forwards. Now we don't want to take a step too small because you'll feel quite compressed and it won't feel natural. And we certainly don't want to go too far out because we're going to really struggle to come back up. So we want to feel what's comfortable and basically like what a normal step length for you would be, right? So if you were to take a step, that's how far roughly we should be bringing that front foot forward. 2, 1, and now we lunge down into that position. So we could probably a bit more down into here. We're going to alternate. So we're going to come back up to the top, swap legs. And you've got the chair here to support you as well. And that's really for balance. And if you need a little bit of extra push when you're coming up out of the deep squat, or the lunge I should say, sorry, then we can push and assist with our upper body too. 5 seconds. You're doing so well. Keep going and rest. If you've made it this far into the video, congrats, you've done an awesome job. Let's finish the last 2 working sets off well, and then we have our cool down, which we can just relax. So 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, ways we can make this more challenging is we can obviously do it without the chair, and if we want to make it a bit easier, sorry, if you notice I did the same leg then. Oh, I'm getting distracted. If we want to make it a bit easier, then we can reduce the depth of our lunge. So instead of coming all the way down, we can do just a half lunge if we want to make it a bit easier. We're going to keep doing our full depth for now. 3, 2, 1, rest. Last set. Let's do it. You've made it all the way to the end. So well done for you. We got 7 seconds of rest, then we finish this off. 3, 2, 1. Remember, good controlled breathing. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting those reps so you know for next time. Good, I'm really driving through your front leg when we're coming up out of that lunge. Good, 10 seconds to go. Let's finish this. Come on, you've done well all the way up to now. 2, 1, done it. Well done. So we got 30 seconds of rest now. And then we've got some gentle stretching exercises to cool down. But well done. So it's amazing what we can still get despite not having any equipment that we're working with. So the beauty of these is you can do them anywhere you like. You can do them anywhere from your home or any time as well, or any place. If you're traveling and you're in a hotel and you only have a chair. 10 seconds, what we're gonna get into is we're gonna do a gentle calf stretch. So you can do this up against the wall or a countertop or the chair that you've grabbed out. Make sure that it's stable though. And you're gonna take a step forward. You're gonna try and keep that heel flat. You're gonna lean forwards. You should feel a really nice stretch in through the back of your calf. We're gonna hold this for 30 seconds and then we're gonna change legs. Nice and relaxed breathing, all right? So we can take a deep breath in and out through our mouth. And we can change sides. Keep that heel flat down. You should feel free to let me know where you are completing this workout from. I'm currently in Perth, in Australia. We've just had a string of 40-degree days. So, our next stretch, we can take a seat. And we're gonna bring our legs out, sitting towards the edge of the chair. And you're gonna reach forwards and aim for the edge of your toes, or as far as you can comfortably go. And holding this for 30, and then we'll change. Yeah, so it's been basically 40 degrees the last 3 days. It's been so warm. So kind of hanging out for some colder weather. And change legs. Nice and relaxed breathing as well. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. 10 seconds to go. All right, and our last stretch, or our last kind of mobility movement, we're gonna just shuffle back a little bit further into our chair. We're gonna bring one leg out and we're gonna do our ankle rolls nice and gently. And we can change way, so we're gonna change the rotation of that now. And in 5 seconds, we're gonna change leg. So changing legs, we can go clockwise first. Nice relaxed breathing as well. So yeah, feel free to let me know where you're completing the workout from. I'm very interested. I'll be replying to all the comments. Change rotation, change side. And I'll be very, very interested to see. So, and let me know how you found it too, because I think you can tell it wasn't easy. So, alrighty, and done. So well done. Firstly, if you've made it all the way to the end, you're amazing. You should be very proud. It's obviously a good step in the right direction. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. There's going to be lots more coming out, and I really appreciate the support. So thank you again, and from Australia, goodbye.